Don't laugh. I know what I'm doing. I think.
Alrighty then.
More so than a certain old man does, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I will. Yes, you do.
All right. So, welcome to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night.
I got to go to the YouTube thing and say I'm a certain old man.
I'm your host, Night Strike, and we've got an interesting panel this evening. Travis is busy cleaning one of his guns, so his camera has to be off. But if you would check the chat on YouTube, you would have seen the link to the pre-chat on GunTube.org, because apparently GunTube Chamber now supports GunTube.org without me doing anything whatsoever. So, hey, awesome. I mean, I figured that one out. Anyways, so we got Defense Dad in here. What's going on, Defense Dad?
Not much. Had a good night shooting. Now we're just going to relax.
All right. We got Travis P. Onse in here. Hola,
Yo,
Travis.
what's up? Hey, dude, I got to get a quick plug in. If you guys have not entered my drawing yet, go over to the Travis P11 channel on YouTube and look for the video that says 45 ACP 1911 giveaway. Watch the video. Tells you what to do to enter it, because we're going to be doing the drawing on Saturday at some point in the evening. So just give you a heads up. We got, 4 days left for people to enter the drawing. So the instructions on what you got to do are over there. No cost to enter.
All right, Travis, I am going to enter because I need a 1911 that won't bite me.
Absolutely, man. And I got one for you, but you got to win it.
All right.
You got to enter that contest. And it's not one of those annoying things where you have to go, sign in and tweet and share it with your mom.
Do I have to make a video?
No.
Okay.
No, all you got to do.
I'm doing plenty of those already, so you know.
It's all over there for you guys. You can look it up. You can watch it.
Where is it? Let's see. Just give me with. How far back is it?
Probably 4 or 5 videos. You'll see the SS Pawn logo on the thumbnail.
There we go, Stan.
Yeah. Well, what you got to do is you need to submit a slogan or an idea for a T-shirt for my merch shop, and that's it. And then you're entered in the drawing. You just got to email me at thecalibercorner@gmail.com, and you're entered in the drawing.
But I have the best idea, so that's
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've got some absolutely amazing ones. I've got some really good ones. In fact, I wanted to have one ready for August for my giveaway, but I got to get the giveaway done before school starts, because I'm going to run out of time. So I thought, well, maybe I'll have one ready for September to give away. So, yeah. Look at this. This is terrible. I can show you.
All
this.
right, I've got it, Travis. I've got it.
This is one little tiny bit from the inside of the magwell. I am terrified at how filthy this rifle is. This is
Oh my!
It's gonna be bad.
That looks like my guns.
This patch is just saturated. I can't handle this. I'm OCD about keeping my guns clean, guys.
Travis, get the
This
brush
thing
out.
is just nasty.
Get the
Nasty.
brush out.
Oh, God. This is going to take forever. All right.
So.
Just take it to the car wash. Get the pressure washer.
I should. Just put it in the dishwasher. That's what it should do. Half the gun's plastic anyway.
So. All right. So we got so Travis is here. And then, we got double A, hashtag old man, otherwise known as Armament Maxis.
Hello, all. Travis, invest in brake cleaner. Cans of.
I've got that.
I'm just saying, and do it outside and if you do it on your grass, it's going to kill the grass.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, all this gun scrub and all that shit, just buy cheap brake cleaner. Knocks all the crud. I mean, knocks most of it out because the pressure and the solvent and the rest easy. But yeah, trust me, I bet you if I pulled 1 or 2 of my guns out and started cleaning, I shoot them till they don't run. Matter of fact, one of our videos, my 1911 started screwing up on Derek, and it was like we actually had to stop, take the damn thing apart and clean it to make it run again.
Oh my God.
I was just going to say that's what you get from buying a gun from Foos.
Dude, this thing is just. He told me it was going to be bad. And I told him I liked it dirty, so he said that's how he was going to give it to me. So that's how I got it. The gun. Get your mind out of the gutter, you old man.
Yeah, Travis, this is why I asked Foos if he could clean it up before he gave me the gun. And he asked,
I didn't want him to. I didn't want him to.
And he cleaned up the AK for me before he gave it to me, and he's like, "This feels so wrong. I'm cleaning an AK."
Well, one time on one of our shows, we were going to talk about how to clean firearms. I was giving good tips and suggestions, and he's like, "Here's how you clean it. You take it out and shoot it, and you put it back. Done." I'm like, "Well, that's the end of our episode. Thanks for watching, guys."
Okay,
that's how I clean my guns, and I'm like,
when it comes to cleaning an AK, man, you can just do it real easy, and run a patch through the bore, wipe shit off. It's an AK, and
run a patch.
It's funny.
That's
I had
too
this
much time.
conversation with
I'll just
people.
throw a bore snake through
it. That'll work too. Anything, okay. Had the conversation with people at work today, and they were talking about modern cars and technology. I said I live by the AK-47 philosophy.
Right.
Less moving parts, the better, and that's why they work so good. Very
actually,
little
we have
moving
parts now because
it takes a lot to gunk them
up.
up.
So.
I mean, yeah. How about less programs or less?
I don't need an app to just figure out how to open a gas cap. Yeah.
There you go. Right.
So. All right, so we got a couple topics to talk about tonight. Rollers Carvelis is out there saying good evening from I-75 northbound in Georgia. All right. Gunpowder Beauty's out there. Our friend Mel the Nut is out there.
What's up, Mel?
Duke Liberty is teasing me with his 4 Model 10s. And all I'm going to say, Duke, is I have an M1A copy, or at least, an M1A type rifle, so suck it. Defense Down Now and Axis are pulling double duty. Black Bear Forge is out there saying hi at Night Strike. I was on GunTube. Awesome. Who else was out there? Mystic Guns, Scott79, Kingpin were out there too. All right. So it looks like Matt may be doing something live tonight, so we're not going to have as many people as we normally do because everybody's going to go watch Matt. So
very special Guns and Geeks. What's his deal? What's going on this evening?
I don't know what's going on. Either he got something or Duke got something. I don't know, but
or Duke gave Matt something, or
it looks like it's him and Ray right now.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
We got a straggler here.
Straggler.
We got a straggler.
Transient.
One of those transients from Tennessee.
He's transient, but he can build his own homes. So
yeah. I heard you say something about I-75 in Georgia or something that runs right through Chattanooga.
The Rollers Carvelis is one of our trucking viewers, and he always lets us know where he is when he's trucking. Oh,
I see. I see in the comments now.
Yeah. So
I thought there was some kind of hazardous waste spill or something I need to get ready for.
Shout out to Rollers
some
Carvelis.
Dust cloud coming this way or something.
Tennessee is a hazardous waste spill.
Apparently, Ghost Shadow, instead of being at the ER for himself, right now he's saying he can't catch a damn break at ER now. My dad had a stroke. Oh no. That's the worst. When when the men get the stroke, hopefully he can recover from that. Because my great uncle, he had a stroke. He never recovered. Half of his body was paralyzed due to the stroke.
Well, you need to offer words of encouragement, not depression. Good Lord.
Tony, you are the most positive guy I know. So what should we say?
I know some people who've had strokes that just had like a droopy eye or something,
I was just going to say that. I got a friend of mine that's a year younger than me that had a stroke. His lip drooped, his eye drooped, and now he's fine. He got it all back. So
it's not always
right.
100% bad.
They probably got rehab these days too. That's pretty solid, and medication, and everything under the sun. So.
Medication.
Yeah, and this was like 15 years ago. So,
I was just going to say somebody. I'd have to look. Said they were on I-75 down in Georgia. I've been working on I-75 in Toledo, Ohio. That's how far that interstate goes. So,
yeah. Let's put it this way: I live just like a mile down the road from I-95. And I-95 goes all the way from Florida all the way up into
New York. Yeah.
No, I think it goes further than New York too.
Well, I'm saying that's more to the east, if I remember.
Remember, I'm in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I-95 goes all the way up the East Coast.
Yeah.
All the way up and down.
I took it from Jacksonville to, I think, Charleston one time.
I was going to say, when I was driving over the road, and this was late 90s, early 2000s, man, that when you're driving over the road, you hit the interstates. You run hard, you run fast. You got to be here in X amount of hours, and this is the quickest. Man, I got all over like the eastern. I didn't go real west, but man, from north to south, I made it to New York, not New York City, but New York State, all the way down. Never got into Florida, but every state. But man, I hit all them interstates, and I was a map savvy guy, and of course, this was before GPS. I had the big road atlas, and I go, oh no.
You had the Atlas Road Map, the book.
Rocket Map Quest.
Yeah. There was no
map quest before then.
The pages always stuck together in my road atlas. It would be always the state
I had no idea what you were looking at, Tony.
Like Minnesota and North Dakota would always be stuck together, and you couldn't get anywhere.
Okay, that's TMI. I really
don't want to know.
Right.
Well, that's not where I was going. I was thinking it was more like coffee or something getting in there.
You guys are just terrible this evening. I don't. Yeah.
Well,
maybe it was jelly from the jelly donut or something. I don't.
Yeah, it could have.
I don't like jelly donuts.
Okay, it was
hey, nice a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Does this recoil spring come out? Of stock?
It's attached to the plate.
All springs come out.
It's attached to that metal part that's on the stock.
So I have to take the metal part off the stock to get the recoil spring out?
Yeah.
But it'll still come off. It's not attached.
Honestly, just go over it with oil and a rag. You're fine.
It's not attached. It's just screwed. It's kind of looped in there. It's not attached per se.
He's cleaning a set me / HK91.
I know, but most of the time the springs are detachable. They're not built in.
Well, this one, it's a pain in the ass to get off.
If it doesn't come out, just get a bigger hammer.
Yeah,
I like that. You're stealing my line. Just get a bigger hammer.
Yeah, right. Defense that this is how guns fall apart in people's hands. Especially new guns that you may own.
Even me, a contractor, doesn't use hammers on guns.
Right.
Well, not except my little brass hammer. I use it on there.
Right.
Well, I didn't say I would do it on my guns.
I don't use my framing. I don't use my framing hammer.
There you go. He said he wouldn't do it on his guns.
Nail gun.
There you go. All right. So we got some topics tonight. I really don't. We can go over them. I want to go over at least one of them. Everyone knows that Dick Durbin is not the best of senators, and the state of Illinois really doesn't like him. But he keeps getting elected. But apparently, he doesn't want to see another Chipman hearing. He said there's no way in hell I'll allow another hearing on David Chipman. So
is it up to him?
When the 11, this is a post from Truth About Guns by Dan Zimmerman. This says when the 11 GOP senators who sat in on the Judiciary Committee issued a demand for another hearing into President Biden's nomination of gun control lobbyist David Chipman to head the nation's firearms regulatory agent last week, they couldn't have expected that they'd get what they wanted. Not after lawsuits have been filed and former ATF agents have corroborated charges that Chipman made racist comments about fellow agency employees and was the target of 2 EEOC complaints. It would be a shame if those EEOC complaints were to somehow be leaked to the press. Yesterday, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, shut down the idea of another hearing with extreme prejudice. He responded with a letter, PDF attached, to the GOP members of the committee calling the attempts to uncover the details of Chipman's problematic ATF employment history part of the vitriolic, baseless attacks against the highly qualified nominee. Huh, right. Now comes the latest salvo, a claim published by an anti-gun safety website, allegedly based on the accounts of two anonymous individuals that Mr. Chipman had made racially discriminatory remarks when he served at the ATF. Senator Dick was referring to Stephen Gutowski's article corroborating the allegations at the Reload. Durbin couldn't even bring himself to type the words gun control. That term, after all, is no longer in the official civilian disarmament lexicon. Hence the use of the laughably awkward anti-gun safety moniker. Anyway, you can understand why the senior senator from Illinois would be so outraged by all of this. After all, he's old hand at the confirmation sabotage game and was among the Senate Democrats who called on President Trump to pull the nomination of Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court, based on, well, whatever. He doesn't like it when Republicans use the Democrats' own playbook against his party's nominees. So there's no way in hell he's going to allow a second hearing into Chipman, someone who's made millions lobbying for limits on Second Amendment rights. Another hearing would get far more media attention, might spin out of Democrats' control, and can finally put an end to the laughable nomination of the worst nominee to head the ATF in the agency's sordid history. As Senator Dick concluded,
how long is this article? Damn.
It's one more paragraph.
Good Lord.
As Senator Dick concluded in his letter, the committee will not hold a second hearing on Mr. Chipman's nomination based on baseless allegations by anonymous sources published in venues with an obvious agenda. ATF needs a Senate-confirmed leader, and Mr. Chipman is well qualified and has been extensively vetted for the role. He deserves to be confirmed. It is my fervent hope that committee Republicans will quit embracing anonymously sourced efforts to smear Mr. Chipman. We love the smell of desperation in the morning, don't we?
Rhino.
Oh, no. He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat.
Oh, my God. Seriously, the latest crap that came out on him and his racial stuff, and my God, we can look. Oh yeah, they shot down helicopters at Waco. No, they didn't. What?
Have you heard? Have you heard the latest from the actual ATF employees that have worked with them?
Yes.
The guy is more unpopular than the guy's the most unpopular guy that worked at the ATF.
I don't understand why they can't find anything related to guns or his abuses of Second Amendment. Why don't they have to bring up this racist? Now it's bad, obviously, but you would think that they could come up with something other than that for a guy that's going to be heading up the ATF.
Well, they did the same thing to Kavanaugh.
Okay, here's the thing: it doesn't do any good. No matter what you say, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, it's like the N-word. Liberals can say whatever they want and get by with it.
To me, that this just shows his character. I mean, just one more chip in his chip man character.
We already know their character. This is why I don't understand. Why do we need to have?
We know it. We know it. It's just, and you know something. I swear to God, he'll probably get put because I'm sorry. Our government's crooked as shit. That's just
you have to have the votes. I mean, it's a committee thing, right?
He don't have the votes.
Wait a minute. Wait, I was just.
What do you mean? Aren't they dominated by Democrats? Isn't the committee dominated by Democrats?
True,
but they're not going to place him when he's got his racist stuff tied to him.
They don't care. All they care is that he's going to go after people owning guns, and that's the point.
Yeah, nail on head. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if he's a racist because they're all racist. They want him to go after us. So what difference does it make?
Right. Okay. Look, this whole racism issue has been brought up in the past couple years. It's to divide us. I'm sorry. Look, you're talking about votes. Really? Look at the last election. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but there's no way in hell that sniffy, creepy Uncle Joe got more votes than any other president ever.
We're talking about an appointment here, not a national election.
You see where I'm coming from, though. When it comes to
voting, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how the public votes. These are appointments made by committees.
I know that. The point being,
so no, it doesn't matter.
The point being is they're going to vote party line.
That's the point. Yeah.
Yep.
The national vote thing comes down to counties.
Right.
People.
They're going to vote party line, and I'm sorry. I think we're going to get stuck with this idiot.
You are. Why is anybody even guessing that that's not the case?
Right.
You think they're going to put some conservative guy in there?
Thanks, Tony, for having such a defeatist attitude. Thank you.
I'm not. What do you expect under this administration? Really?
No, that's a realist attitude. Because
I'm asking you, who do you think's going? Who else do you think they would put up? This is how it works, people. When you're in charge of the administration, you put people up for nomination that you think will do your bidding. This is not about who's going to do the best job. This is about who's going to run the playbook, run by the playbook. I don't understand why it's so complicated.
Normally, when it's two parties have to vote on a confirmation, you have to get at least enough of the other party's votes in order to get that nomination in. You do know that, right? And right now, from what it was before, it was like 50 to 51. They didn't have enough votes.
Right.
For this position?
For this position, yes.
When was that? I didn't think they had voted on it already.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I thought they were debating the nomination. All right, so you've confused me now. I thought they were debating the nomination of this guy to the ATF.
Well, they are debating, but from what the numbers say, they don't have enough votes to break the Republican side. So
that's good. Why are we worried about it then?
Well, right. It's news, and honestly, it's a slow news week. Okay,
it sure is.
so I'm going over what's there, and we can be the realist, defeatist, and say yes, he's going to get in, and we're going to be woe is me, woe is my gun rights. I wish I had those guns I had 5 years ago. Or we could talk about what's happening actually right now.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. I wish I had all the guns I ever had in my whole life, let alone 5 years ago. And it has nothing to do with laws. It's just, buy, sell, need money. And, oh, my God. I would need a really big room for all them guns. But
okay, we're going to call you Skippy from now on.
Yeah, whatever. Freaking kid.
All right. Anyways, you know what? I don't want to talk about that second topic. I really don't.
What's the second topic?
It's more just, it's more just,
depressing.
It's more depressing. So I want to talk about something interesting. Okay. So I came across an article on The Truth About Guns saying 3 reasons why you should still have a concealed carry permit in a constitutional carry state. Okay. And I want to go over those, and then once I go over these, I want to get some input. So let me go over the reasons, okay? So the reason they're stating is, one, reciprocity. I mean, just because you have reciprocity with one state, you have reciprocity with one state to state. If you don't have any proof to show that you were able to conceal carry in your home state, even if you have constitutional carry does not necessarily transfer over to another state because each state has its own different laws. So, I mean, even if your home state allows for permitless carry, but you want to conceal carry or open carry in another state, you have to have some form of, unfortunately, proof. So that's one. That's one reason. Second reason is NICS background checks. Okay. For people with busy schedules who have to carve out time to get to the gun store, a NICS delay can be incredibly frustrating. Most people who don't have who don't have permits don't realize that carry permits in nearly 50% of the states qualify as an alternative to the NICS background check requirement when they purchase a gun through a federal firearms licensee. That is not to say that you still don't have to fill out a 4473, because you do. But in a set of states, you are not required. You're not required to have them call NICS to do a background check if you have a valid carry permit. Some states have changed this, but most states, most of the states have.
Yeah, when you say call, most states do it through it's computerized network, like Tennessee is.
But you understand what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah. I just don't want I don't want people to get the impression that they have to wait for somebody to call somebody and get it.
Well, it's either call or it's done by computer. It depends on whether the dealer you're dealing with has been doing it for like 20 years or 30 years, or the dealer you're dealing with has only been doing it for 5 or 10.
Yeah, my guy's been doing it for at least 20 years, and he does it through online.
Yeah, because the guy I deal with, he does it through online too now.
Yeah.
But again, the guy I used to deal with, who had been doing it for like 30, 40 years, he did everything by phone. Okay, so that's another another incentive to continue having concealed carry permit in a constitutional carry state. Another one is reality. Every layer of the legal system is occupied by human beings who are just that, human. In the event you need to use your gun to defend yourself, your family, or a third party, it's inevitable that the issue of your legal qualifications, training, and experience will come up at some point. This could happen as early as when the first law enforcement officer arrives on the scene, whose initial reporting may be positively influenced once they learn that you have a carry permit. Or it could come up as late as during jury deliberations. With 12 strangers trying to determine who threatened whom and whether the use of deadly force was reasonable, it takes only one of those jurors having the perception of the person with the permit was probably following the law to make the difference between freedom and jail time.
I don't think having a permit changes that too much. I mean, if somebody's going to sue you, you're going to get sued. They're not going to say, "Oh, he's got a permit. I'm not going to sue that guy for shooting me."
Now, training requirements for handgun permits vary from state to state, with some states requiring classroom instruction on use of force coupled with range time, which South Carolina does, and others simply having the applicant show the ability to load, point, and shoot. This can become a critical issue in the event of an overzealous prosecutor chooses to make an example of an unlicensed victim who successfully defended themselves with a firearm against a violent crime. Okay?
Does this guy own? Who wrote this article? Does he own stock in the companies that prints the little cards or something?
It's by the same reporter, Dan Zimmerman, but he's going over this and he's making the case for again, basically what he's saying is, if you have a carry permit, it shows that you've had instruction, you've proved to the government, to your state government, that you have followed all the requirements to be able to carry.
Yeah, you met the minimum requirements.
You met the minimum requirements.
It doesn't mean you're qualified to do anything.
It doesn't mean you're qualified to do anything other than carry a gun to protect yourself and your family.
It doesn't mean you're even qualified. It just means you've met the minimum requirements. Like you said.
Thank God that it makes you clean your gun.
Okay, Tony, let's reality for a second, okay?
I mean, I could have passed the gun test with my one eye closed or two eyes closed, point and shoot, like you said.
I passed the South Carolina test with one hand, okay? With one hand, because the other one was thick.
We should do? Next time I'm at the range, I'm going to see if I can pass it with my eyes closed. I'm going to put a blindfold.
Okay, well, you do that. You let us know.
That's not safe, though, is it?
It's not. It's not.
Now we get in trouble for that one, wouldn't we?
Well, you only get in trouble if you shoot in the wrong direction.
I had Barrett hold.
I mean,
at least make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. That would be.
It's if you're trying to emulate, Patriot in the Dark style of shooting or Guns and Barbecue style of shooting, you're going in the right direction right there.
That's true instinctive shooting.
So,
right.
But again, hell, if you can do it with your eyes closed.
Well, is anybody going to play devil's advocate in the other direction? Like,
I mean,
are you down with the 20? He's not going to. Whoever this is, obviously, he's not doing pros and cons, right? He's just doing the.
He's just doing the argument for.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I want to chime in. The first one, is that all the issues? That was 3. Is there any more?
No, it was 3 justifications for continuing to have a concealed carry permit, even if you live in a constitutional carry state or permitless carry state.
The first one, yes. You want reciprocity. You got to make sure no matter where you go, like you said, if you got constitutional carry, you got to make sure that if you want to carry in another state, well, they might require you to have a reciprocity concealed carry. Okay.
They might require you to have actual proof that you are legal to carry in your state.
Exactly. Okay. The second one, Ohio, you can use your CCW. Most of the gun stores I deal with still do a NICS check. So it depends on the dealer. You know what I mean? Depends on the individual FFL.
They're going to do one because of liability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The third, yeah. Well, when it comes to, like you were saying, minimal requirement, and trust me, okay, I'm a guy that's been shooting ever since I can remember. Some of the people that I have seen go through concealed carry classes, yeah, they basically go, this is how the gun works. Aim at that thing. And that's all the training they ever get. So
Right. That's in states that don't require like an 8-hour training course.
I did it. It was 12. Now it's 8 in Ohio, but
it's 8 here in South Carolina. And first, before they let us get to any gun, they fed us. They literally force fed us all the gun safety laws. This is how and when you use it.
Yep.
These are the situations you may be faced with when carrying, and you need to be prepared for these situations. And then they said, okay, let's go and see your accuracy.
Well, let me say this. I think when it comes to concealed carry, that part of it is something that anybody, no matter if you go through concealed carry or you decide to carry for yourself, you better know the laws. You better know when it's justified. You better, and like you were saying, it only takes one juror to say blah, but you better know the laws. Okay.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. In South Carolina, the guy who was teaching my class and the guys that are teaching the same classes at PSA, basically they say, yes, we live in South Carolina. You do not have a duty to retreat. But in the event that you are faced with the situation, if you can leave, it's better for you to leave than try and stay in the same place. But if you cannot leave, you are not required to.
It's the same here in Ohio. We got Castle Doctrine, I don't know how many years ago, and then
we've got Castle Doctrine and we've got Stand Your Ground.
Okay,
that only works so far.
We got Stand Your Ground, I think, last year or the year before. So
it was a half-assed.
All right, so here's the thing, okay? It's funny. This has just occurred to me. What's funny about the gun community? We bitched and moaned for years because we had to get a permit to have concealed carry, right?
Right.
Now we have it. We're writing articles on why we should keep doing it, even though we're getting constitutional carry. Like Tennessee, we just got July 1st constitutional carry. I'm not going to go out and preach to people about getting their concealed carry permit if we have, if you just live in the state of Tennessee and you don't travel anywhere, you're just an old farmer wanting to protect his farm.
Then you don't need it. You don't need
it.
Right.
Yeah, and this article doesn't apply to them, Tony. This article doesn't apply to them.
Nobody needs to be preaching to that guy to go get a concealed carry permit.
And it's not that this article is not for that guy, and this conversation is not for him.
I see these articles. I know. I'm just saying it's funny, okay?
Well,
once we're conditioned to something, we have a hard time it's almost like we defend it when we can. If they came out tomorrow and said we're doing away with the NFAs, people would go, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe the NFA was good. Maybe we don't want everybody having machine guns.
No. If they no,
Well,
no, removing the NFA won't remove the machine guns. It only removes the tax. Okay, this Hughes Amendment is still in place. So if they say we're getting rid of the NFA and the Hughes Amendment,
you see, you're jumping around my point. I just randomly picked it. I just said NFA. I'm saying pick any gun law that somebody would say who's claimed to be a gun lover their whole life will come out and say, well, I wonder if we shouldn't just keep that law. Now we're talking about why don't we just keep because your state is paying people to make those things to they're paying whole staffs to keep up with. It costs money to have a concealed carry permit program. Right?
In some states, it does.
What do you mean in some states?
Hold on.
It costs money everywhere. If you have it, it costs money.
Hold on. Did you realize that in the state of South Carolina, they removed the requirement to pay the fee on the concealed carry permit? Do you not?
Didn't do it here in Ohio.
I'm telling you that it costs the state money to have a concealed a program to print the dang licenses and all. It costs the state
You
money.
gotta pay people to do the job to process the paperwork. Exactly.
And that particular thing in South Carolina takes effect in 2 weeks, by the way.
Now, what I thought was kind of cool in Tennessee, they basically just took the driver's license and turned it vertical. So the handgun permit became almost like a secondary driver's license in Tennessee. So they kind of figured out how to do it cheaply. And that's good because,
I wanted to say this, Tony, you make a good point. We all cheer that and look, the NFA, it was unconstitutional, 68 unconstitutional, all of it. People say,
1934.
You shouldn't be able to own cannons. Well, you can own cannons. What?
Smoothbore.
Anyway, whenever, and I understand your point, when you see, wow, we got this right, but we still have to follow a law. We're going, yay. But to me, I guess maybe it's a win because maybe we're winning back some of the rights that
we don't know how to win back. That's the problem.
We shouldn't have to. I know that.
In the gun community, it's almost like we start to own things, right? So now that we have a concealed carry permit, ooh, it's shiny, it's pretty. Look what I have. Look what I have in my wallet. Oh,
I don't know. I ain't looked at mine in a while.
I don't want to give it up.
Mine isn't shiny. It's not shiny. It's been smothered by my ass enough times. It's not.
It makes me
ass smother. I didn't need to hear that.
I feel tactical. I have a permit in my wallet.
Well, good. I hope you have a Picatinny rail for your wallet.
Hey, you know something, Tony? I've been carrying a pistol on my side for 12 and a half years. I don't feel tactical. I feel like, God damn it, move over. You're jabbing into my back.
I was being facetious, by the way. I didn't really mean.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm just happy it's there if I need it, but damn it, this thing kind of gets heavy and it's pokey, and you know what I'm saying. And
no, it's kind of funny because we buy into these things, right? Because people go out and say, "Oh, I'm a capitalist. I'm going to go out and invest in, the machines that make, gun concealed carry permits." And so what happens is you create an establishment, and the government loves that kind of stuff, right? Because they think once it becomes established, then they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Then they can.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Established, and then they'll impose some control.
Oh boy.
And tax it and fee it.
There we go.
Regulate it.
So, Travis, are you still there?
I was wondering what happened, Travis.
Man, if you can see the pile of
I I told you not to mess with those patches. I told you.
Semi is giving birth to like a pile of spent powder. It is nasty. I put rubber gloves on, dude.
It's the lane roller blowback. It's gonna be like that, Travis.
Oh my God,
as I said, just clean the the fluid chamber. Use a bore snake. That's all you have to do.
It's like a dirty diaper that just doesn't ever end.
It just never ends. It won't stop.
No, I think the bolt alone has taken like 6 of these Otis patches, and I mean, I wiped out the receiver, and it's just she nasty, man. She nasty.
Next Travis, game over, man. Game over.
I'm sweating over here right now, dude. I'm like, this is so intense. All right.
All right. But Travis, we got some breaking news out of Missouri.
I got breaking news out of Missouri.
There's breaking news out of Missouri. The Missouri governor just pardoned Mark and Patricia McCloskey.
Oh.
Even though they accepted a plea deal, and he went out and bought another rifle. Apparently, they just the governor just pardoned them. Pardoned them. So
well, we knew that was going to happen, though, didn't we? I mean, weren't we?
Yeah, he said it, but he waited until after there was a judgment, and that seems
okay.
Are they still Democrats?
Probably not. They were
they really Democrats?
No. Yeah, from what I heard, they were kind of left leaning.
They must have been JFK Democrats.
They must have been.
Yeah, JFK Democrats are not Democrats.
They're middle of the road.
Not modern.
Yeah, right.
Compared to modern Democrats.
I'd rather deal with the middle of the road than
far left. Yeah,
progressive or far left.
I wanted to ask Travis something. Have you ever had a beer? I was watching your video today on the belt thing. And
I wasn't expecting to release that yet, but Core went ahead and put that on their website. So
I started to pause the video and take a Sharpie and draw a beard on you to see how you would look.
I've had one in the past. I had one just until the point that I started.
You gotta grow a beard. That would be cool.
He's had a beard.
Let me say this.
It is so disgusting. It's just like it's like a constant sauna, man. I was growing back this summer, and then I just got hot and sweaty again, and I hated that feeling I had when I had to wear a mask for school. So now I'm like, let winter roll around, then I'll go ahead and I'll get my man card back.
I don't know. I've had my beard for at least 40 something years. And I don't know. It's never bothered me as far as the heat goes.
My beard doesn't mess with me in the heat.
I don't know. When you wear a face covering, it's just like a constant, just like hot sauna that your mouth is in. It gets old after a while.
Here's the thing too. I wore a mask in the last year and a half or whatever it's been. I've only worn a mask one time for like 30 seconds. And I realized that my beard's so bushy, it created this kind of
like insulation barrier.
No, it allowed me to breathe easier. And that's when I realized that people with beards probably get COVID easy because it's not really close to your nose or your mouth. There's kind of all these little air pockets where air can get in.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I wore the SA type mask because I have a big old bushy beard too, and when you wear a regular mask, you have a beard. It looks like someone from the '70s wearing a Speedo that doesn't manscape.
Oh, I don't need that in my head. Yeah, I didn't either.
I can say that is true.
I'm gonna say this: when I first met Travis and seen him, he had a beard. And when he shaved, I'm like, who the hell's that guy?
Who the hell's that guy?
Yeah, I know. I took 20 years off my life, so yeah.
Right. Dude, I'm the worst for shaving. I actually I hadn't shaved in like 2 weeks, and of course it's all gray and and honestly, I used to grow a beard all the time, but anymore it just gets itchy and whatever. Yeah. But yeah, last night I took the trimmers, if you want to call them that. I buzzed everything. The head, the face. My
buzzed.
Oh yeah, my awesome long mustache, dude. I had hairs growing. Fuck it, cut it all off. It'll grow back.
No.
I don't get hot with
the beard. It does.
I get hot when my hair is too long, but with the beard, it doesn't make me hot.
When you get to a certain age, it does not come back.
Yes, it does. The only place it don't come back is the top of my head. It went anywhere I didn't want it.
If you're over 30 and you're having to shave a spot, it's probably going to come back, right?
I'm just I'll be 55.
I'm 58, and the places I'm shaving, there's going to be hair coming back.
Okay, we don't need to know, Tony. We don't.
Well, I don't bother there because I'm not in Playboy magazine anymore. So
all right.
Hey, Tony,
Huh?
did you get to a certain age where the hair went everywhere you didn't want it?
That's my style, baby.
Yeah, it went from the top of my head to everywhere.
That's why I shaved my head though, because my hair would go crazy.
Dude, I get weird hairs growing off my ears. I'm like, what the hell? What? I'll have this 2-inch hair, and it wasn't there yesterday. What? Ah, never mind. Crazy old man stuff. Woohoo!
All right, crazy old man stuff. But yeah, so
it's a key sign you're getting older when you go get your hair cut and the person cutting your hair just automatically trims your eyebrows and ears without asking you first.
Right.
Did I show y'all this? This was me back in, I think this is 1982.
Oh, that was a good year. I was 5.
I was not born yet.
Look how bushy the hair is back then. Back then in the 80s,
Dude, it looks just like kids today, man. That's what they do today too.
But that's about how old I was when I started growing my beard.
20?
82. I was born 66. I'd have to do the math.
Tony, was that when you were like in your 20s?
Let's see, 82. Let's see, 62. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, you would have been 20. Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Looks like you were a carpenter or a construction.
Oh, back then, when I first started in construction, we did everything: roofing, siding, trim, interior trim, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I used to do it all, and now I don't. At my age, I don't want to climb on nothing. I'll get in my damn dump truck and drive it. So,
well, thankfully now I have people who help me do stuff. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
See, Tony hires people to do all the jobs he doesn't want to do.
See, that's the key. You get to a certain age, you go, "Hey, I can
That's when
hire
you
that."
that's when you start getting fat, though. See, because I used to be in pretty good shape back then.
I'm not fat. I'm
never-
skinny, and yeah.
Are you saying you never shingled a barn on a ladder in the bucket of a front end loader?
No,
Because
what? How can you shingle a roof in a bucket?
So in the front end loader, we didn't have scaffolding, so we put the ladder up in the bucket of the front end loader, put it all the way up.
Oh, maybe on like a gambrel or a mansard that's real steep or something.
There was an old '68 farm mall. We were putting my stepdad's shop together, and my mom came out there, and he's up there shingling the roof, getting up there that way.
I can say this. I do remember shingling a buddy of mine's. It was a small barn, but yeah, we used his backhoe. And I was in the bucket of backhoe with shingles and a hammer and nails and yeah. Wow.
We had a 20-foot extension ladder going up, and the bucket was full up in the area, but we needed the ladder to get up higher where we needed to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
The only roofing experience I have was when I lived in Arizona. We had a stucco house. Basically, in stucco houses, sometimes what they do is they have like on one side of the house there's a flat roof. On the other side of the house there's a flat roof, and in the middle they usually have the ceramic tile roof, and that's the kind of house we had. And on the flat roofs, we had a leak. We had a leak on both sides of the house, so we had to go and retar the roof, because in a stucco style home you retar the roof and then you just repaint the roof.
Where did you live in Arizona? Because it rains like twice a year there.
I lived in the Phoenix area.
Valley of the Sun.
Valley of the Sun.
Yes. It rains like 2 or 3 times a year, and you had a leak?
Yeah. It's because the swamp cooler was on top of the roof.
How about because the sun baked your roof until it shrank?
Do you know what a swamp cooler does?
Cools the swamp.
Okay, a swamp cooler.
It's like a chiller type.
It's like a chiller, but you have to. But with swamp coolers, generally you have a hose or a water pipe connected to it, so it can blow cold air through because it's basically like a misting device.
Yeah, it blows air over the water, and that's what cools the air.
And when that pipe breaks on top of a roof, what happens?
Well, you get a lot of water.
You get a lot of water. And when you get a lot of water on the roof and there's a hole in the roof, what happens, Armament?
Well, it leaks, but
it leaks. That's exactly what it freaking happened.
Out there, you need a swamp cooler because the air is so freaking dry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was my whole point. And you were going like, but rain. It was like it wasn't about rain. I mean, there are more than one way to get water on a roof in Arizona. Okay.
Okay, I'm not all up to date on living in the damn Valley of the Sun desert thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
all right,
if you have a stucco house and you have a flat roof, most of the time, a swamp, you have 1 or 2 swamp coolers, one for each side of the house. If you live in a larger house, all right. Sometimes you only have one, or if you're cheap, you don't have any.
Now you live in what, South Carolina, and you got.
I'm using air conditioning left and right because fuck the swamp coolers.
Yeah, you're using AC to dehumidify all the damn. Yeah.
You ever make the homemade swamp coolers for your garage shop? They work pretty good.
Yeah, those look pretty good. Yeah.
I have made those with ice and styrofoam coolers and a little fan and.
Yep, exactly.
So Travis, how's it coming?
I missed the gun that you're working on, Travis. Which one is it?
It's the C308. The Century C308 set me HK91.
Oh, set me. Wow.
He's buried up to his neck in cleaning patches.
Right now.
He can't get to his.
I'm here. I'm just.
He can't get to the phone right now.
A gun, so yeah.
I mean, so he can't get to the phone right now. We only have 3 viewers right now, so I guess it's a good enough time to end it as any because everybody's either watching Yankee or Never Enough Ammo because he decided to go live when we were going live. Asshole.
I had somebody comment on one of my videos the other day, and it was the one where Yankee and G Webbs and Eric from IB8888 came on Monday Night Live. It was amazing.
I can't watch Wanky. I'm sorry.
That was 2014. It was April 7th, 2014.
Well, yeah, that's been a couple of years ago.
You can't watch him. Try being in a chat with him in there.
That was before Eric was super big timer.
So
he's still a pretty big timer.
I did watch him. I was in the chat a few times. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was back when Yankee was tolerable too.
Yeah, tolerable. Now
that's a good word for him. Anyways,
I always kind of like Yankee. I didn't like his politics, but I thought he was. I
don't like Yankees politics, but I agree with him sometimes. And then there are many times I disagree with him. But at the same time, you're never going to agree with everyone 100%. So what does it matter?
No, but they need to agree with me 100% of the time.
Well, Tony, that's only because you're a narcissist.
Because Tony's the boss man.
Boss man.
Yeah.
I don't care if you believe in me or not. I believe in
Tony's a narcissist. He has to be right 100% of the time, and nobody can tell him he's wrong.
Well, that's the old adage in construction. The first rule is the boss is always right, and the second rule is if the boss is wrong, refer to rule number 1.
You stole that from Walmart. You know how I know? Because I worked for Walmart.
We've been saying that in construction for 50 years, man.
Walmart's been saying that for like the past 40 years.
I never forget the first time a guy I worked for told me that.
Walmart employee book,
I was like, that's a circular reference. He was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Look, I've been working in construction. Shit, I was a welder fabricator, and then truck driver. And yeah, you know how many times I've heard that? And as a welder and a fabricator, well, the engineer designed this. You can build it. And we went, no, you can't. Well, the engineer's right because he's got a college degree. You can't do it. It can't be done. Look, this doesn't work that way.
I got a big kick out of watching. Y'all don't keep up with what's his name? Everyday Astronaut.
No.
Nope.
I'm kind of a spacey geek guy, so I do. But anyway, he was interviewing. He actually took a tour of the Starship facility, or what is it? spaceport. What's the Elon's thing?
Cape Canaveral.
No, it was
Elon Musk is crap.
Starship. It's whatever.
Starship, SpaceX, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he was touring, and Elon went on this like 30-minute rant about how design. It's all It's about when you said engineering. It kind of set me off on this. It's kind of funny. He said most people think that design is the thing, but what was the particular? I lost my train of thought. But basically, Elon, when he was younger, everybody is all hyped up on design, right?
How old is he now? In his
now he's
40s?
like design. Now he's like design's nothing. Manufacturing this stuff, making this stuff. And I was like, dude, and he reminded me of this because in construction, you throw away the drawings half the time, right?
Yeah.
And when I started my design build company, I said, the drawings are going to be a minimal thing. They're just going to be enough to get the freaking job started.
It's a rough idea.
Yeah.
And look, I can tell you this, Tony. Okay, over the years, welder, fabricator, I've done construction, I've done roofing, I honestly, my memory now, unless I would reach back into the memory warehouse, I could build a house. I mean, it's that extensive. Now I drive truck and I don't care. I go here, I go there, I do this, I do that. But the whole construction mentality, and this is strange, you can put it into the truck driving thing. I work for a company that's subcontracts or brokers, and you work with a lot of crews. You got to kind of get to know the crews, and sometimes you get a guy, okay, let's say I'm delivering asphalt. This guy's on a paver. This guy on the paver has an IQ of 12, and he'll start wailing and flailing his hands and blah, blah, blah. And the guy on the ground will do this and do that. Honestly, they don't have half the knowledge I have about paving, building, constructing. And you just have to go, okay, all right, this is the job. You see where I'm coming from. And I don't know how many times I've been on, I learned to wire houses in '86. And some of the people you had to work with within the construction crew, my God, it was like, seriously, are you that? What common sense? What? So,
well, unfortunately, we kind of get the dregs of society in construction, so they kind of bring us down,
Well, the biggest problem, the biggest problem, and I'm not downing unions, but the biggest problem is, and I've worked.
Go ahead and down them because they are the biggest problem.
Well, let me say this. Okay, when it comes to road construction people and what they get paid, trust me, I have worked these and I have seen people get killed because asshole drivers hit them and killed them. Okay. But to scream and yell at me like I'm a dumbass, I laugh at them. Okay. Now, I've worked in union shops, welding shops, construction shops. I can tell you this. Unions protect worthless people sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, most of the problem I have with unions are the political side. The actual trade side, they do a really good job at training people, like the whole apprenticeship program. They do.
Well, and to help those people if there's any problems at work, to give them some support when they're getting ripped on by their boss. I'm not saying protect the city worker, but my dad worked in a meatpacking plant for 44 years, and he was a union member. And there were times where he legitimately got ripped on stuff that he didn't do that could have cost him his job. So it buys you some time and some representation.
Yeah,
we are way off base, so we're going to shut this down. We can continue the conversation.
Interesting now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, come on, we're just getting into it. Travis, are you teachers union?
You have to be.
he can neither confirm nor deny.
No, I am, and that's just. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of it has to do with the legal protection that I get from it.
You're required to have.
But the political side of it, I don't always agree with because
I was married to two teachers, and they both basically had to be. It was basically a requirement that they had to join the NEA, the local chapter.
I don't have to, but I do just for the legal protection is a big part of it. Plus, they do a lot with negotiations and bargaining. And in Nebraska, it's different when we negotiate teacher contracts. We can't actually strike, so it's a whole different mediation process in Nebraska than other states. So,
this is what I will say. When I was in a union several times, you know where you stand. You know that you got these ground rules. You know where you stand. Now, one of the fab shops I worked in, I seen so many people milk the shit out of the clock. I can't spend my day like that. I just give me something to stay busy. I don't have to bust my ass. Just give me something to stay busy. These guys would milk. I mean, it was like you heard the cow dying. They milked it to death. I'm like, what? Travis, I know that I told you that my best friend, teacher,
Moo.
Teachers Union, one of the most conservative people I know. He owns probably 10 times more guns than I do, and so you can't lump them in a group. But
no,
there's good and bad to unions.
Oh, I agree totally. Yeah.
It's generally not the membership is the problem in union. It's generally the leadership or the issue. Because there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of corruption in unions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So especially in the construction side of things. So
there's that. All right. I don't want to get on any more topics other than that. So we're seriously going to shut this one down. That's not to say we won't continue the conversation in the background, but we're going to shut this one down. So thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Final words or thoughts, Travis?
Just keep a cool head and carry every day, brother. That's all I got to say.
And clean your guns.
Oh, absolutely. I'm opening up a second pack of patches now if that says anything. So, yeah.
Travis, I want to see if you get done cleaning this gun. I want to see the big pile of dirty.
It's in the garbage, but it's just unholy, man. I mean, this is just
unholy.
Travis, you're gonna have to take a picture of that for your Patreon.
Yes,
you have to. It's mandatory.
There you go. Let's just get you my garbage can here. There you go.
Oh my God! Wow.
That's just the bolt and the inside of the receiver. That's not even the barrel or the charging handle. I'm terrified, man.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's like 3 layers deep. So
you gotta leave some of that on there, or the tolerances will get too loose.
Yeah, right.
I was just gonna say, would you have done better if you'd have just taken it all apart and thrown it all in solvent? I mean,
I don't know.
All right,
that's filthy.
All right, Armament Axis. Do you have any final thoughts, final plugs?
Peace to all. Stay 2A strong, and that's my to
that's
the core.
You're sticking to it.
Yeah, to the core. 2A strong. I mean,
All
right. I'm thinking to get a hashtag 2A strong tattoo. So
good.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Defense Dad, final words, final thoughts.
Oh, thanks for having me. No, haven't really done much lately. I'm going to go to the range and film some videos tomorrow, but I had fun. I was cleaning guns while you guys were arguing with each other.
Awesome.
When were we arguing? I missed that part.
Oh, right. Of course, Tony.
Hey,
I thought we were having discussions. What happened to that?
We were.
Yeah.
So, Tony, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm gonna. I thought, who wants to do like a collaboration on who is it? Who are the people who have the laser? It's not Mantis X, is it?
Yeah, they have the lasers. That's one of the companies. Yeah.
I did. They have the X10, right? Yeah. Anyway, I was thinking about doing something funny. I was going to see if the Nighthawk Medic, if he wanted to do something since he was local, but I thought about trying to do something funny with that. But anyway,
All right.
I shouldn't have brought that up right at the end. Sorry, but I just thought of it.
Where you at, Tony? Where you at?
In Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I'm in Ohio. You're closer in Night Strike or Travis.
I got a customer who's coming down here in August. I'm going to build him a little.
Where you at, Defense Dad? Where you at?
He's where Travis is.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yep. All right. M. Gabriel says, hey again. He's out there. All right. Guys, thanks all for watching. This was hit or miss.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've taken all the advertisements from YouTube off of my videos on YouTube because YouTube sent me a wonderful email about how they're going to start going after advertising on gun-related videos and content. So I just took everything off. So I'm gonna make some shameless self-promoting plugs. And if you don't like it, well then, oh well. Okay. So if you guys want to help out, check out the Patreon. Check out the PayPal. Yes, I'm typing it out. Check out GunTube.org. We were live with the pre-chat on GunTube.org. Apparently, it works now with GunTube Chamber, and I didn't do anything whatsoever other than upgrade GunTube Chamber. So figure that one out. So check that out. And with that, we'll see you later, guys. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for hanging out. And with that, via con Dios, mi amigos, and we'll see you on the next one. Give them the bird. I ain't got no tagline. Adios, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Te amo, Felicia. Te amo. What else? What else?
Felicia got no pot.
Felicia es la madre de mi bebé.
Yeah. What else? What other good ones are there?
I don't know, but you're fussing at us for dragging this thing out.
Yeah, I know I am. So,
what? Yeah, it was supposed to end a minute ago. Whatever.
It was. So we're ending it now. So everyone, check out those links. By the way, I am releasing new content on Patreon now. So if you want to check out the Night Strike Patreon. I got a couple videos coming up. So check that out. With that, we're done. Take a forker. We're done.
Peace.
Or to your mother.
Rocon 219 says, "Don't forget #Jimenez2."
Roll call.
So with that,
God.
so I turn this damn thing off.
Okay.